Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. This time, we're diving into something that has once again shaken the fandom. Park Jimin recently stole the spotlight at a fashion event, looking breathtaking as always, and every step he took drew the world's attention. But who would have thought that behind the camera flashes, a small incident, a simple banner, would explode into a major controversy among fans? What exactly happened? Why did this banner spark a new round of drama between Jikookers and Taekookers? And did Jimin really feel uncomfortable, or is this just another twisted narrative pushed by certain fandoms? Stay tuned, because we're going to break everything down in detail, including the facts that are often distorted. Recently, Park Jimin once again proved himself as one of the most influential figures in global entertainment. His appearance at a fashion event became the talk of the town, not only because of his stunning visuals or undeniable charm, but also because of the way he carried himself with elegance. Every step seemed to have its own gravity, pulling in gazes, camera flashes, and even whispers of admiration from those lucky enough to witness it in person. But behind all the glitz and glamour, there was a small incident that suddenly exploded into a fandom controversy. An incident that seemed simple on the surface, yet revealed just how fragile the line can be between admiration, jealousy, and the complex dynamics among fan groups. It all started when a Jikook fan showed up at the venue carrying a large banner, or rather, a blanket. But this banner wasn't just a picture of Jimin alone. It featured iconic photos of Jimin and John Jungkook from their travel program Are You Sure? A program that still holds a special place in many ARMY's hearts for showing the natural, warm, and genuine bond between the two BTS members. At first glance, the banner seemed harmless. K-pop fans often bring posters, banners, or unique merchandise to show support. But what drew everyone's attention was a particular sentence printed on it. "The best trip of my life." To casual fans, that might sound sweet and ordinary. But to dedicated ARMYs who know every detail, they recognized it immediately. Those were Jungkook's own words, spoken directly during the program to describe his experience traveling with Jimin. And that's where the problem began. Many Taekookers, fans who shipped Taehyung and Jungkook, were immediately upset. To them, that sentence was too real, a sign of Jimin and Jungkook's closeness, something they weren't willing to accept, especially when displayed openly at a public event. It's important to clarify, the fan who brought that banner never claimed Jimin and Jungkook were a couple. There were no romantic slogans, no manipulated couple photos, no exaggerated narrative. It was simply original, publicly available images paired with an authentic Jungkook quote recorded in an official program. In other words, nothing disrespectful. It was purely a fan gesture, a form of appreciation for a cherished memory shared between the two. Yet, the situation quickly escalated. Certain Taekookers and haters used it as fuel to create new drama. Rumors spread that Jimin felt uncomfortable, with some even writing false claims that he was upset after seeing the banner. But in reality, Jimin showed no negative reaction at all. No frown, no glare, no sign of displeasure. On the contrary, Jimin carried himself with his usual grace, politeness, and calm. In fact, for those who watched the recordings closely, he simply glanced neutrally and returned his focus to the event, without a single hint of negativity. This isn't the first time Jimin and Jungkook have encountered Jikook-related fan content. For years, they've been exposed to fan art, video edits, and playful comments online. Interestingly, neither has ever reacted negatively. Jungkook, for instance, has casually read comments about Jimin during live streams, sometimes smiling or joking about it. Once, when a fan asked about Jimin, he even teased, "Should I call him?" He also hinted at the idea of doing a live broadcast with Jimin. Now compare that to how he reacted when asked about Taehyung in another live. Jungkook, sounding slightly irritated, replied, "Why should I know where he is?" A clear sign of his annoyance. The contrast in his responses only reinforces the authenticity of his bond with Jimin. Jimin, too, has never shown discomfort, even when Jikook was mentioned openly by fans. If it truly bothered them, both would have set boundaries long ago. Yet they continue to remain calm and professional. Unfortunately, fandom spaces are often filled with people quick to judge. Because Jimin and Jungkook haven't been seen together publicly as often recently, some assume their relationship has cooled. But the truth is simple, both are busy with their own packed solo schedules. It's not about a change in their personal bond, it's just a change in public exposure. But rumors always spread faster than facts, and many deliberately twist narratives to stir conflict. Ironically, while fandoms are busy arguing, both Jimin and Jungkook are reaching new peaks in their global careers. Jungkook's solo album Golden has just made history. For the first time ever, a K-pop solo album has remained on Spotify's global top weekly albums chart for 100 consecutive weeks, over 2 years straight. An incredible feat even for international artists. With its international sound and English lyrics, Golden crossed cultural boundaries, with nearly every track achieving commercial success, charting steadily, and pulling in millions of streams weekly. Jungkook has proven he's not just a K-pop idol but a truly global artist with universal appeal. And his dominance doesn't stop at music. At New York Fashion Week, Jungkook was the most talked about celebrity across global social media. Millions of posts, photos, and videos flooded platforms like X, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As Calvin Klein's global ambassador, he drove the brand into the spotlight more than any other fashion powerhouse that week. One appearance left a mark so strong that international media couldn't ignore it. Meanwhile, his mega-hit single Seven also broke records, surpassing BTS's Dynamite as the longest-charting Asian artist song on the Billboard Global 200. Seven has now remained for 114 consecutive weeks, beating Dynamite's 113-week run. Jungkook essentially broke his own record, a huge milestone not only for him but for K-pop as a whole. On the other side, Jimin continues to shine in fashion. At Paris Fashion Week, he became the ultimate center of attention. The prestigious magazine Paris Match described him as having effortless Parisian elegance. From the moment he arrived, fans erupted in excitement. Hundreds had been waiting since morning with banners, balloons, and special chants. When Jimin appeared in a black open tuxedo without a shirt, showcasing his toned chest and paired with leather pants, the crowd went wild. His style was hailed as the perfect blend of classic Dior and modern edge, a look only Jimin could pull off. WWD reported that thousands endured the scorching sun just to catch a glimpse of him. And when he finally appeared, the crowd screamed hysterically, a moment international media dubbed a highlight of Paris Fashion Week. Most touching of all, after the show ended, Jimin didn't rush off. He stayed, waited for guests to leave, then approached fans to wave and thank them personally. That small gesture became a lifelong memory for many. During Paris Fashion Week, Jimin's name exploded online. Mentioned over 3.2 million times, generating 17.6 million interactions, and reaching over 5.2 billion people worldwide. His hashtag ranked third globally and first in fashion. Major outlets covered it. Entertainment Tonight wrote, "There's no Dior show without Jimin, BTS's lead vocalist and Dior's most chic global ambassador." That post went viral, even liked by Dior's official account. The Guardian also spotlighted him, solidifying his status as a true global icon. The lesson here is clear. Behind every fandom drama, the undeniable fact remains, Jimin and Jungkook continue to make history on the world stage. The banner controversy was nothing more than a small spark blown out of proportion. In reality, neither Jimin nor Jungkook has ever shown discomfort toward fan support, as long as it stays respectful. Both continue to pursue their careers with professionalism, while their bond remains unshaken by rumors. While fandoms argue about banners and ships, the world sees something far greater: two Korean stars who have become global icons in music, fashion, and pop culture. And that's the full story behind the Jikook banner controversy at Jimin's latest fashion event. Looking closely, there was never anything wrong with that fan gesture. What really happened was certain fandoms twisting narratives to stir unnecessary drama. At the end of the day, Jimin and Jungkook remain at the peak of their careers, leading in music, fashion, and global pop culture. A banner can never overshadow the history they are making. So what do you think? Was this controversy worth all the fuss? Or just another needless fandom drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Jikook Moments. See you in the next video.